Hello everybody and welcome to Dragonmount. I'm Tom. This is our too long, didn't read feelings and thoughts on episode 2 of the Wheel of Time show, Strangers and Friends. Time for some hot takes. Shut up. I'm hilarious. The identifying accepted bands being on the wrists and forearms, I like better than the books. First off, they're really cool looking. Like, if you actually pay attention, they're like little flames. They're not just like color swatches, so that's pretty cool. But also, like, think about it like this. Oh, we are in the, cafeteria or whatever, and there's all these women sitting at tables. They're all wearing pretty identical dresses. Which one's an accepted? Hold on, let me stick my head under the table to look at their dress. A little weird. But here, look, the banded hems of my arms that are generally always in view. Makes more sense. I like it. Now, this might not be a hot take, but I feel like I have to say it. Mistress Alvear better get on top of franchising and copywriting her honey cakes, because someone is counterfeiting them and selling them under the name Sweet Cakes in Tarvalin, and that's some bullshit. Someone call Billy Todd from Jordan Con, the extremely accomplished, good-looking lawyer, to get him on this case, because that I won't stand for this nonsense. It's blasphemy. If Elida isn't cast by the end of this season, we're not getting an Elida. It's as simple as that, but I'll elaborate a little further. I think Leandrin, maybe more than one Aes Sedai, but at the very least, Leandrin will be fulfilling the majority of the story points that Elida needs to hit. So yeah. I can easily see them at this point. The more the show goes on, the more I'm convinced that they are going to cut Elida. So if she's not cast by the end of the season, no Elida. So best dressed in this episode, I really feel like hands down, gotta go to Min. I'm really loving this like grunge female punk rock vibe she's got going on. Oh, I love it. Great. She's stunning. And this whole vibe that they've put together for her is awesome. But also like the snarkiness and playful nature, but also, very sure of herself and openness that she's displaying really just builds a really well thought out character. Yeah, I'm impressed. And coming in for a twofer here, Min is definitely got the best quote for this episode. What did you do to piss off the blonde? Was it a sex thing? She looks like she would be into domination with those cheekbones. I mean, using just mentioning the cheekbones, like, we love Kate Fleetwood, and like her cheekbones are the things of legend. So just hands down, I loved it. There were so many great scenes and character interactions in this episode to like who stole the episode for me. But, I like, Matt with his little mimicking of the sounds, and, Dordral. I'm surprised it's not going to be Dordral, to be honest with you. It came down to me, Loyal, ripping people apart, throwing them all over the place was pretty awesome. But the scene with, the scene around the campfire with Adelais, Verin, and Maureen and their warders, I said it in my other video, but it gave me serious Golden Girls vibes. Like, I just had vivid memories of episodes of the Golden Girls with those three in place of them, and it was fantastic. Someone's got to do a cut together of like some of their scenes with the Golden Girls themes playing, because I love it. Campfire stories with the Golden Girls of the White Tower, awesome. But not just because of that, but that scene was, it was great. It was a cool scene. Verin kind of, I don't want to say uptight, but stern, to the point, no nonsense. Her sister, completely the freaking opposite and hilarious. Tomas sitting there looking a lot like Roose Bolton. And I keep thinking, no, it is him. No, it isn't. No, maybe, no, it's definitely not. Shut up. Like, over and over. But honestly, what cemented it for me was Maureen sharing the story of how her and Lan met / she decided for him to be her warder. I loved it. The way Maureen is, featured throughout, both seasons so far. If I was not a book reader, I would have like, oh man, she's this like powerful woman. She doesn't know nonsense. Like I couldn't imagine her, being in a position like being thrown by the ring of her neck into a lake. Like that's great. I loved it. And then contrast that with the later part where she says, when I actually decided when you saw the heads of the Trollocs and you weren't bothered. I think she was lying there. I think that was her using another manipulation to try to push him away. Like, you used to be strong and now you're not. That's not Maureen. That's not Maureen. That's not Maureen. The real reason was either the lake thing or something else in their meeting that she hasn't mentioned yet. All right, and thanks for joining me here on Dragonmount with these too long, didn't read, book spoiler-free thoughts and feelings on episode 2, Strangers and Friends of season 2 of The Wheel of Time. May you always find water and shade until the next time you join us on the slopes of Dragonmount. Peace.
That's all for this episode. Thanks for sticking around to the end. As always, please subscribe to our channel and click the thumbs up button or leave a comment. We like comments, especially positive ones. If you have a friend who enjoys The Wheel of Time, tell them about Dragonmount.com and our show. Special thanks to our show sponsor, Tor Books, as well as to our Patreon supporters. If you want to learn more about how our show is made and get additional insights into Wheel of Time, you can become a Patreon supporter. We have a lot of big plans for the show, and your contribution will go a long way to making them a reality. Be sure to follow Dragonmount on social media, and see you next time!